Atma Namaskaram. Now we are going to talk about life is celebration. I start with an example. A working woman phoned her husband, asked her husband to pick their child from school as she was getting late and busy in the office. The husband also done the same thing. He went to the school, picked their child, brought home. After returning home, wife came to home, asked her husband whether you brought the child or not. He said that, I brought the child, but I keep crying by showing their child to his wife. By seeing the child, she was shocked and shouted her husband, you brought the child, but not ours. This shows when you are in tension, you are unable to do any work. When you want to do any work happily, correctly, wisely, you should be in peace. Then only you can do all the works. To be in peace, you should have wisdom. When I talk about wisdom, it is very ancient. But now, even nowadays, we are using that wisdom for day-to-day life. The sun is very ancient, but the rays are vibrant and fresh. Like the trees are very ancient, even it crosses thousands of years. The roots are very old, but the leaves and shoot are very fresh. The Ganges is very ancient. The water is very fresh. Like that, our mind evolved from thousands and thousands, millions and millions, billions and billions of years. But thoughts are very fresh. The thoughts are mixture of intellect and memory. How to lead our life? Celebration. Everything is celebration. Life is a celebration. Everybody wants to celebrate their life. Anybody don't want to have a miserable life, sorrowful life. They want to take every sorrow from their life. For that, wisdom is absolute necessary. If you have wisdom, you can connect yourself to the Supreme Being. If you are connected to the unification, Supreme Being, then you can lead a peaceful, blissful life outside and inside. When I talk about happy, every moment we are happy. If we are happy, every breath we take is celebration. Even the small moments is celebration. If we are happy, watching rain is celebration. Seeing sunset is a celebration. Seeing sunrise is a celebration. Looking at baby is a celebration. Everything is celebration. But if we are not happy, if we are not cheerful, if we are not in peace, even though you organize outside a big celebration event, we are unable to handle it. It is miserable to handle it when we are not in peace. The peace is not, the happiness is not organizing outside, like a drinking, dancing, eating. It absolutely inside phenomena. So life is a celebration which comes from inside. Do you know the reality of life? If somebody is happy, it does not mean that everything external is fine, but his internal is happy, internal is cheerful, everything is happy, even though external outside is not in order. If you ask somebody, how are you? He will say, according to the experiences he had in his life. So life is a series of experiences. You know the secret? We came to this world only to have experiences. The mind will judge whether our experiences is sorrow, cheerful, good or bad. That mind, now we are dividing that action, now we are dividing into two, physical and psychological, external and internal. Physical, external is absolutely in action. Psychological is in emotions. Internal is in the emotional part. Emotions are natural phenomena which will arise and disappear naturally. The emotions life is 1/60th second. It will appear and disappear. The emotions based on the situations which you come across. The situations give rise to jealousy, hatred, anger, anything else. If you take anger, it will not stay even the fraction of the second, but side effects, after effects will stay hours together. So I divide it into two categories. One is emotional, one is physical. One is emotional and psychological, one is physical and action. Emotions are just like a river, it will flows. It will arise and disappears naturally. But physical is concerned. You have every role to do. You have to understand only one thing. We have no role in emotional part. We have every role in the physical part. I give you a beautiful example. If you throw a pebble in the pond, the ripples will form. If you leave for some time, the ripples will disappear and pond comes to the nature. But if you want to stop the ripples before it disappears, by putting your hand, it will worsen the case. Like that anger also, it will appears and disappears naturally. We have no role. One person came to me and asked, I am getting anger very frequently and easily. I am unable to stop it. I said that, yes, I do agree. We can't stop that anger. But we can freely get that anger, right? So can you get anger for more than 1 hour? Just try it. He said that, not even a minute I can withstand that anger. Then I said that, it is a natural phenomena. Leave it. Flow it. Pass it away. So this knowledge that the emotions are very, very natural. It appears and disappears naturally. We have no role to do it. This knowledge is called wisdom. With this wisdom, we can celebrate our life. Life is a celebration. When we talk about life is a celebration, we have to leave our emotions in flow, as we have discussed earlier. But whether the emotions are useful or not, whether the liberated persons react to the situations or not, whether the reacted situations will give effect or not, whether the liberated persons will not get angry, any emotions at all, they behave like a rock? No. It is not so. The emotions are coming for welfare of our being only. It is absolutely useful for our external physical activities. For example, when pneumatic person enters your house, You get fear by seeing him. You get angry. If you get angry, you chase him out. Think that if you get fear, you call your neighbors and chase him out. If you are a liberated person, as you are thinking that you should not have any emotions, you should not react with any emotions, that mad person will enter your house, break all the things in your house, sit in your bed, and he will chase you out. So, all our emotions are coming for welfare of ourselves only. It is useful to deal with physical action. I give you one more example. In olden days, to reach their village, some people walk in the railway track. Think that the train is coming. If they won't have any emotions, the train will hit away. But if they get emotions, they step out of the track and they save themselves. So emotions are coming for welfare of our being only. Emotions and intellect are friends. They join both together to lead the external life. If they conflict each other, the life will be very sorrowful, very struggling. So emotions and intellect goes together and celebrate our life. Atma Namaskar. Life is a celebration. Many people ask me, as you said, we have to leave every emotions in flow, that we have to accept everything. So accepting everything is also an emotion. Even that accepting everything should live in flow. But first the beginning is concerned, we have to accept everything. But finally, we should leave everything in flow. That's why in Tamil, they say that, Summa iru. This Summa iru for inner self. As far as the physical world is concerned, we should be very active. Have you seen any sage was not working and sitting idle? Everybody will be working, but everybody will be happy in their inner self. Somebody asked me whether we should not have any bondage, responsibility, burden. I say that burden is itself a burden. For example, if you are living in one house, you own one house next to that house. As it is in a vacant, many children will play in that house. By jumping into that house and breaking something, you get worry, you chase him out. If you sell that house, think that if you sell that house, the same children will play in the same house, you won't have any worries at all. You just watch. So, you have to leave everything in flow. For example, two people are quarreling. Think that these two people are not known to you. You just watch that quarrel. If two people are known to you, you interfere, you try to set down their problems. So even that responsibility, after setting out that issue, you should live in that flow. By understanding this, celebrate your life by having this wisdom. Atma Namaskar. Life is a celebration. As we have discussed earlier, that our activities are divided into psychological and physical. By having this knowledge, by having this wisdom, we can enlighten. We can liberate ourselves. Many people having doubt that enlightenment is a very, very tough thing. For ordinary people, it is highly impossible to reach that. I give you a beautiful example. In my 20s, I went to Ooty. I want to go to Doddabetta, the apex portion of the hill. I asked the guide to take me to the Doddabetta. He arranged the transport. We travelled a lot and reached to one spot. I get down from the car and I am preparing to climb the hill for trekking. He said that, "This is Doddabetta, where you are going?" I am shocked. That much easy it is. From my childhood, I thought that the climbing to Doddabetta is tough. So like that, everybody thinks that enlightenment is very, very tough, unreachable to the general public. We have to do many more things, but nothing to do anything is the knowledge. You have no role in the psychological session. You have absolute role in the physical session. As far as the law of nature, law of nation, law of land, every law you take, it is only for physical thing. As far as the psychological thing is concerned, there is no law at all. Leave every law in motion, every law in flow. This knowledge will make you to celebrate. So get enlightened and celebrate your life.